TJ, I got a riddle for you. What do you get when you take two teams from Florida and move them into Europe? You get the NFL game we're about to talk about. Alongside TJ Calkins, I'm Jay Sanin for ATS, talking about the Miami Dolphins 3-point favorites taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. TJ, they moved the two teams from Florida all the way to Europe when they could have just had them play in Florida. What say you on this ball game?
Cheeky move. All right. So we have the Jacksonville Jaguars this week. They're only a 3-point underdog, and they're playing another NFL team. Therefore, I like the other NFL team. If it was Jacoby Brissett under center for the Dolphins, I would like the Dolphins. Fortunately for us, it's Tua is back. He's going to be under center, and he's going to bring some confidence, some explosiveness, most importantly, some sustained drives to the offense. They've been absolutely gutted in time of possession since Tua went down. It has been an absolute strain on the defense, and they've gotten smoked because of it. The Buffalo and Tampa games were absolute massacres in which Jacoby Brissett was essentially the culprit for everything that went wrong on both sides of the ball. So the Jaguars are not the Bucs. They are not the Bills. And they're one of the worst NFL teams we're ever going to see, mainly because the players have already quit on the head coach. And Jay, Urban Meyer may have his hand on your backside right now. I can't really tell. But this guy brings absolutely nothing. There is zero respect from the players, from the coaches, from what I understand. And he doesn't even add anything from an X's and O's schematic perspective. He truly brings nothing. He's the worst head coach in the league. I don't think he survives a season. I don't think he wins a game. And I think they're going to get blown out in a neutral field in what is listed as a home game for them. Tell me why I could be wrong, Jay.
All right, TJ. So just for the record, Urban Meyer's hand is not on my backside, at least right now. Right now,
Okay.
make no guarantees about the past or the future, but right now, his hand is not on my backside. Moving on, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars have a chance here. I would lean slightly in the direction of the Jacksonville Jaguars, knowing full well that it could be very embarrassing for me later on. It could make it into the year-end blooper reel. I will tell you why. First of all, Trevor Lawrence is playing better over the last couple of weeks than he did previously. His first 3 weeks, he threw 7 interceptions. Not good. Not ideal. The last 2 weeks, he's thrown 1. He's reining it in a little bit, and I think that's very important. Number 2, the Jaguars, the most experienced team in the league in terms of doing these London games because of owner Shad Khan and his whole affiliation with, I think it was Fulham FC or whatever it was. They're very intertwined in the London scene. They should really just move there. They should move anywhere to get out of Duval County there in Florida. But London, okay, why not? They're very experienced with these games. You might be able to draw on that, whereas you have Tua, who's never done anything like this before. The rest of the roster really hasn't done it much either. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence hasn't played one of these games either, but at least a couple members of the roster have done it. They might be able to impart some wisdom as they get ready to do this whole international travel bit. It's not a lot, but it's what I'm going with, TJ, and I'm hoping for the best with the Jacks.
So yeah, I think with Trevor Lawrence never doing it, I think that just kind of takes the experience factor away from the Jaguars. But also, losing DJ Chark is a huge loss for that offense. I mean, we're talking about a team that's always trailing. They need something of explosiveness on the wide receiver position. Marvin Jones has not been getting it done the last couple of games. 2 games ago, we saw Laviska Shenault finally have a good game, but then he was forgotten last week. So I think the lack of turnovers is almost them accepting their fate, knowing if they dial up the aggression, the turnovers are going to come and it's going to get worse. And that's the way it felt against the Titans last week. Like they were not in that game. It was not a competitive game. And they were just never even close to mounting any sort of comeback. So I think we just see the Dolphins use balance on offense to beat up a defense. They can't stop a team on any level, particularly in the running game. And there's just no hope of keeping pace from the offense. And I do love Trevor Lawrence, and I hope Urban Meyer is gone sooner than later so he doesn't ruin that. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is a stud, and he could truly ruin his career if he's there.
You know, the other reason, TJ, that the Jaguars have maybe dialed back the aggression a little bit, because they don't want to end up on another cell phone video in Urban Meyer's restaurant if they get too aggressive. Not great.
Especially if you get that second camera angle, all questions are answered. It's ugly.
TJ, in all seriousness, thank you for your thoughts on this game. Good luck to you as we take opposite sides here. Of course, for more on this game, check out ats.io. For TJ Calkins, Jay Sanin saying, see you later. Stay away from Urban Meyer. Good luck on your NFL bets this weekend.